This is a 20-minute seated yoga session for chronic pain. This session is designed to help release tension in the muscles surrounding our joints, while also taking our joints through a slow range of motion to increase mobility. The only equipment you'll need is a strap or a lightweight TheraBand, and you'll need an extra chair or something else appropriate to lean forward onto. Let's get started in Tadasana pose with our hands to our chest. Make sure the soles of your feet are flat on the floor. You can put something behind your back to add a little bit of support if you need it. Just starting to bring an awareness to our breath here, conscious belly breathing, inhaling our belly out, then our chest, exhaling, letting it naturally release toward the spine. No forcing here, just breathe as deeply as is comfortable. You can keep your eyes open or close them. Either way, just begin to relax your eyebrows, those muscles between your eyes. Feel the opening through your throat, all the way through your jaw as you inhale, feeling a natural relaxation, release on your exhale. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Staying where you are, we're going to move into diaphragm breathing, so just bring your left hand to your belly, your right hand to your chest. Go ahead and begin deepening your breath here, expanding your belly even further out on your inhale, opening through your chest and neck, releasing on the exhale, bringing your belly toward your spine, contracting and engaging your core. This time on your next exhalation, open your mouth and let it come from the back of your throat. Closing your mouth, inhaling nice and full through your nose, repeating, opening your mouth, releasing from the back of your throat on your exhale. Focus on your shoulders and your chest melting as you inhale, opening and expanding, progressively tensing those muscles as you exhale from the back of your throat, compressing 360 degrees around your spine. You can release your hands. We're going to move into a Levator stretch. Stay where you are, bringing your hands either behind your chair, holding on to the underside of your chair, or underneath your thighs. Inhale, tilting your head to one side. Exhale, tilting to the other. Moving very slowly, very gently. We want to feel this along the side of our neck, down through the back of our shoulder. Release, we're going to move into a bent elbow shoulder opener. Bend your elbows, bringing the palms of your hands toward the tops of your shoulders. Rest them there comfortable, making sure to keep space between your shoulders and your ears. Exhale, closing your elbows toward one another. Inhale, opening your elbows. Continue moving with your breath. Moving into shoulder shrugs. On the inhale, you're going to bring your shoulders up toward your ears, elevating your scapula. On the active exhale, send them down your back as you engage your core. Release, moving into alternating shoulder shrugs. This is the same thing, we're just going to alternate shoulders. Inhale your right shoulder up and left shoulder down. Exhale, reversing, right shoulder down, left shoulder up. Continue moving with your breath. Release, moving into cat-cow. Bringing your hands to the top of your legs, palms down. Inhale the chest forward, retracting the shoulder blades toward one another. Exhale, rounding your spine, bringing space between your shoulder blades. Continue moving with your breath. This is one of those everyday thoracic mobility must-have stretches for me. Release. We're going to move into some wrist work on the right side. Let's get started with wrist bending. Keep your elbow close to your rib cage. You want to make sure to isolate the wrist joint throughout all of these movements. Gently making circles here, flexing and bending, only going as far as is comfortable. We're going to move into an open hand joint rotation. Just open your hand, thumb toward the ceiling, rotating your wrist clockwise and counterclockwise. Same thing, keeping the elbow close to us, isolating the movement from the wrist, only going as far as is comfortable. Moving into hand clenches, opening that right hand as wide as is comfortable, and then clenching in a fist with your thumb in. Just continuing to do that at whatever pace is comfortable. Moving into a fisted joint rotation. Keep your hand in a fist with your thumb tucked, rotating your wrist clockwise and counterclockwise, whatever pace is comfortable for you. Stop when you feel resistance. Release. We're going to go through and do that series on the left side. We'll get started with wrist bending, just making gentle circles, flexing and bending the wrist. Moving into open-handed joint rotation. Open hand, thumb toward the ceiling, rotating from the wrist clockwise and counterclockwise. Moving into hand clenches. Opening your hand, expanding your fingers, closing it into a fist, tucking your thumb. Last one for your wrist joints. Keeping your hand in a fist with your thumb tucked in, rotating your wrist clockwise and counterclockwise. Release. We're going to move into torso circles. Inhale as you circle to one side. Exhale, circling to the other, moving with your breath. I like to think of this one a little bit like a stir stick in a drink. Should be really opening and stretching into our lumbar and thoracic spine here without overextending. Release, moving into a seated stretch on the right side. Bring your right hand to the chair, holding the edge of it or putting it under your leg. Inhale the left arm up, bending to the right. I recommend keeping your neck neutral here, though you're welcome to look toward your hand if you're looking for an increased challenge that requires additional neck stability. Release, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale your left hand to your right knee. Exhale and twist. Continue breathing comfortably, inhaling the belly out. Exhaling the belly toward the spine with the option to deepen the twist here. Release, moving into a side stretch to the left, bringing your left hand to the chair or under your leg. Inhaling the right arm up and bending to the left, keeping a neutral neck with an option to look toward your hand. Release, moving into a seated twist. Inhale your right hand to your left knee. Exhale and twist. Release, we're going to move into a forward fold. Inhale to lengthen through your spine, up through the crown of your head. Exhale, folding toward the floor. If this feels like too much of an inversion today, go ahead and use that other chair to lean on instead. On your next inhale, come up to sitting. We're going to move into a thoracic extension using the additional chair. Rest your palms or forearms on the back of the chair, letting your head fall between them. Imagine your chest melting toward the floor just a little bit more on each exhale. next inhale, come back up to sitting. We're going to move into seated windshield wipers to open our hips a little bit. Scoot toward the edge of the seat, making sure the soles of your feet are flat on the floor. Swing them a little bit wider than hips distance. Inhale, letting your knees fall to one side. Exhale, letting them fall to the other. Release, we're going to move into seated knee circles on the right side. Grab your right leg, holding underneath your thigh, either with your hands or a strap. Gently circle your foot by way of your knee. Small, gentle, isolated movements here. We're going to move into a knee flexion and extension here, keeping your hand or the strap under your thigh. Inhale, straightening your knee. Exhale, contracting your core as you bring your head to your knee. Repeat, continue moving with your breath. Release, moving into a hamstring stretch with either a strap or your TheraBand. Make sure the strap or band are securely around the ball of your foot. Just do some gentle pointing and flexing. Moving into ankle rotation, staying where you are, just making circles with your ankles, clockwise and counterclockwise. Release, you can put your right leg down. We're going to repeat that on the left side. Moving into seated knee circles, holding your left leg underneath your thigh with your hands or your strap, gently circling your foot by way of your knee. Moving into the knee flexion and extension, inhaling as you straighten your leg, exhaling, bringing your head to your knee. Release, moving into the hamstring stretch, pointing and flexing your toes. And last, moving into ankle rotations, go ahead and just make circles clockwise and counterclockwise. Release, you can get rid of the strap. We're going to move into a wide-legged seated twist. Widen your legs however much is comfortable with your feet flat on the floor. Inhale your left hand to your right knee. Exhale, twist. Moving into high lunge on the right side, toes pointing forward. Shift your hips, pointing them forward toward your toes as well. Left leg stretches out behind you, push into the ball of your foot. Moving into warrior two on the right side. Rotate your hips and your left toes toward the long edge of the mat, bringing your arms straight or your palms to your chest. Continue looking toward the long edge of the mat to keep a neutral neck. Option to increase the challenge by rotating your neck and looking toward your right hand. Moving into extended side angle. Exhale your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale your left arm up. Same thing, keep your neck neutral, or option to increase the challenge by gazing toward your hand. Release, moving into wide-legged forward bend. Recenter yourself on your seat and then widen your feet however much is comfortable. Inhale, lengthen through your tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head. Exhale, folding forward. Same thing, use anything that works for you to bring the floor closer to you if this feels like too much of an inversion. Moving into wide-legged twist on the left side, so on your next inhale, go ahead and bring yourself back up to sitting with your feet still wide. Inhale your right hand to your left knee. Exhale, twist. Moving into high lunge on the left side, keeping that left leg over the edge of the seat, toes facing the short edge of the mat, hips facing your toes. Stretch your right leg out behind you, pushing into the ball of your right foot. Moving into warrior two. Exhale as you shift your hips and your right toes toward the long edge of the mat. Arms straight with shoulders away from your ears or palms to chest. Extended side angle. Exhale your left elbow to your left knee. Inhale your right arm up. Inhale to bring yourself back out of the pose, keeping your feet nice and wide, moving into a wide-legged forward bend. Exhale, folding forward. On your next inhale, bring yourself back up to sitting, moving into thoracic extension again, using your second chair. Just taking a minute here, feel the stretch through your shoulders and chest. On your next inhale, bring yourself back to sitting. We'll meet in mountain pose. Hands to chest or palms on your thighs. This is our final relaxation. Bringing awareness back to your breath. Slow and steady. Inhaling the belly out. Exhale, let it fall. While we're here, let's do a quick body scan. Starting at your scalp, feeling a relaxation, going all the way down through your eyebrows, melting down your ears, your cheeks, your jaw, your tongue, opening into your throat, the back of your neck, no stiffness, just supported and relaxed, weightless, melting down through your shoulders and your chest, and opening, feeling a little bit lighter, moving down through your belly, your low back, your pelvis. Everything feels a little bit softer than it did before. Traveling down through your legs, into your knees, down your calves. Finally, ending with your ankles and your feet. No pressure, just resting on a cloud, a soft pillow of support. Take a few more breaths here. Okay, as we make our way out of this seated relaxation pose, go ahead and start to give your fingers and toes a little wiggle, increasing the movement, waking up your arms and legs, maybe taking a couple of neck rolls, shoulder shrugs here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable in your body. I will see you next time.